You won't believe what happened when a tired single mother showed a small act of kindness to a stranger at a gas station because the very next day, her quiet street trembled under the thunder of dozens of roaring motorcycles. And what those bikers did at her door shocked the entire neighborhood. If you're watching this, make sure you like the video and subscribe, because stories like this remind us how one small good deed can come back in ways we never expect. It all started on a cold, gray afternoon when 38-year-old Nia Thompson pulled into a nearly empty gas station on the outskirts of town. She had just picked up her 8-year-old son, Malik, from school and was driving home from her second job. Her hands were tired, her mind was tired, even her smile felt tired, but she never let Malik see that. She kept her world stitched together with quiet strength, one long day at a time. As she stepped out of her old sedan, she noticed a tall, broad biker standing beside a massive black Harley. He had a weather-worn leather vest, heavy boots, long gray hair tied back, and a face carved with lines that looked like they came from a lifetime of storms. The patches on his vest made it clear this man was a Hell's Angel. He stood beside the pump, patting his pockets with frustration. Then came the soft curse under his breath. "Damn card won't swipe." He tried again. Nothing. Nia could have ignored him. Most people might have. The reputation of his club alone was enough to scare polite strangers back into their cars. Malik tugged on her sleeve, whispering nervously, "Mom, he's scary." But Nia wasn't someone who judged people by rumors or appearances. She knew what it was like to need help and have no one notice. She walked over with a gentle smile. "Looks like the machine's giving you trouble." The biker looked embarrassed, maybe even a little surprised that she approached him at all. "Yeah. Card's dead. Left my cash in my other vest. Just my luck." Nia didn't even hesitate. She opened her wallet, slid her own card into the machine, and said, "Fill it up." His eyes widened. "Ma'am, that's almost 20 gallons. You don't have to do that." "I know," she said softly. "That's why it's called kindness." The man stared at her, stunned into silence. People had crossed streets to avoid him. Store clerks watched him like a hawk. But this woman, this stranger, just treated him like he mattered. "What's your name?" he finally asked. "Nia." He nodded slowly. "I'm Hawk. And I promise you, I won't forget this." When she drove away, she didn't think much of it. Just a small act. Nothing more. But Hawk thought of nothing else. That night, Nia tucked Malik into bed, reheated leftovers for herself, and scribbled bills on a notepad. She didn't regret helping the biker, but she did notice the dent it left in her budget. Still, she breathed through it. "We'll be okay," she whispered to herself. The next morning began normally until it didn't. At exactly 9 a.m., the peaceful quiet of her neighborhood was shattered by the deep rumble of engines. Not one. Not two. But dozens. Malik ran to the window. "Mom! MOM! There's like 100 motorcycles outside." Her heart jumped into her throat. She peeked through the curtain and froze. The street was lined with Hell's Angels. Leather jackets. Chrome bikes. Boots hitting the pavement as they parked in perfect formation. Neighbors peeked through blinds, some filming, others hiding. At the front stood Hawk. Nia opened the door cautiously, unsure whether to be grateful or terrified. Hawk stepped forward, his expression serious but warm. "Morning, Nia," he said. "Told you I wouldn't forget." Before she could ask what was happening, one biker rolled forward lifting a large envelope. Another held a crate. And another a toolkit. She blinked, confused. Hawk cleared his throat. "You didn't just pay for gas. You showed respect. You showed kindness without expecting anything. People like you keep the world from going cold." A biker handed the envelope to her. She opened it hesitantly and gasped. Inside was money. Thousands. Hawk raised a hand before she could speak. "Every guy here pitched in. Not charity, respect." Another biker placed the crate at her feet. Inside were groceries, fresh fruit, vegetables, canned goods, snacks for Malik, even some treats she never bought for herself. A third biker pointed at her old sedan. "We noticed your engine's been coughing. Mind if we take a look?" Nia didn't even have time to answer before two bikers were already under the hood, tools clinking, fixing things she didn't even know were broken. "Oil's almost sludge," one muttered. "Brake pad's nearly gone," another added. "We'll take care of it," Hawk assured her. Nia felt tears burn her eyes. No one had helped her like this, not in years. She worked, she struggled, she carried burdens quietly. And here were men the world labeled as dangerous, unruly, untouchable, giving her more kindness in one morning than she had received in a decade. Neighbors stepped outside slowly, watching the scene in awe. Malik stood beside Hawk, staring up at him like he was a superhero. Hawk tossed him a small leather keychain with a tiny metal angel wing. "For being brave," he said. When the repairs were done, the bikers lined up, ready to leave. But Hawk stayed behind for a moment. "You ever need anything," he said, slipping her a small card, "call this number. You're not alone anymore." And just like that, the engines roared to life. Dozens of bikers rolled away, one by one, their presence leaving behind an unshakable warmth instead of fear. Nia held Malik close as she watched them disappear. "Why did they help us, Mom?" he whispered. She smiled softly. "Because kindness travels, baby. It always comes back." That night, after Malik was asleep, she looked at the repaired car, the stocked kitchen, the envelope on her table, and she cried, not out of sadness, but relief. Healing. Gratitude. Her small act of kindness at a gas station had returned as an avalanche of generosity. And she realized something important: no matter how tough the world becomes, there are always people out there capable of surprising you with goodness. So if you're watching this right now, remember this: one simple act can change your entire life. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who needs a reminder that kindness still exists in this world. Because you never know, your smallest good deed might be the beginning of something extraordinary.